Lovelies! This is Megan from Little Hot Tamale, and today we are going to make a fun pocket letter. So go get your supplies and let's get started. So I'm using a trading card pocket sleeve for my base, and then for the two confetti pockets I am using crepe paper. So I took a variety of colors that matched my paper that I'm using. So I'm using red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and an aqua color. And I'm just folding the crepe paper over, making some slits in it, and then I'm just cutting across all the slits to make this cool confetti. You can also cut the crepe paper a lot smaller or larger depending on what look you're going for. And the main reason why I chose crepe paper for this pocket letter was because I didn't have the right colors for a shaker pocket with the traditional sequins and beads. And I have a ton of crepe paper in my stash because you guys know I love crepe paper. There are a few ways that you can seal your pocket. You can use terrifically tacky tape or tape it across the top. You can use a fuse tool, or you can sew it. And I sewed mine because I really like that look. And for our first card, we are using the Scrabble tiles that spell out hello, and then some embellishments from my Fun Bun collection. And now this is really cool. You can take a heart punch and you punch it, and then you take a circle punch and go over the top of it, and then you kind of have a cool cutout effect. And then when you're trying to line up letters for the hello, I started with the top letter and the bottom letter, and then I glued the center and worked my way from the center out. If that makes sense. Anyway, I'm using, like I said, the embellishments from the Fun Bun collection, and then I punched a circle from one of the cards and just did a little layering. And that card looks good to me, so I'm moving on. And this one looks like a little mini pocket, so I'm just gluing the bottom and the two sides, and there you go. And then the inside I'm going to put a ticket, but first we're going to put the tab at the top with some tacky glue, and then I typed up the word awesome on my typewriter. But if you don't have a typewriter, you can always write it on a piece of paper and cut it out that way. And then for our next card, I just used a crepe paper rosette, and I have plenty of tutorials how to do this, and I'll leave a link down below to one of them. And then for this next card, I really like this card. I thought it'd be perfect for a pocket, a side one. So I'm just going to cut around the gemstone and then glue the sides and place it onto a 2.5 by 3.5 white cardstock. And then for the inside, we're going to make a cute little tag, and I'm just trimming it down. And I think it ends up being probably 2 by 3. And then my favorite technique, when you're making a tag, cut off one of the sides of the triangle and then take that triangle and place it on the other side so you can have a perfect symmetrical tag. Now I'm just using some ruffled crepe paper that I made with my sewing machine, but if you don't have a sewing machine, you can always take some tape and run it down the center of your tag and make your crepe paper kind of ruffle on it and press it down, and that works just as well. And for the fun tassel on our tag, I'm using embroidery thread in a variety of colors, and I just stapled them on with my tiny attacher. And to hide the staple, I'm taking one of the little hearts from the paper collection, and I cut around it and just taped it on there with terrifically tacky tape. And then on the back of your tag, you can write some fun facts about yourself, or maybe have your mail tag. And this is also from the Fun Bun collection. It's a cute coin envelope and it's the perfect size for pocket letters. I really wanted to use the favorite embellishment, so I decided to place it on top of the pocket letter, overlapping the last two pockets of the pocket letter. It says favorite, so I just typed a few of my favorite things at the moment, like vanilla lattes, spring, and warm weather. To make the words stand out a little bit more on my paper, I backed them in colorful paper. So I just glued them on there and then did a tiny border, just cut around it. And I really like how that looks now. And then I'm just trying to decide where I want to place them. So I'm going to put the larger phrase in the middle and then the smaller one at the top and at the bottom. And there you go. And then in the spaces, I placed some more of the colorful hearts that I cut out of the little strip of paper with all the hearts on it. Gives it some more color on the bottom card. And there's the strip of paper that I was talking about. And I'm just going to slide them in the pockets. Kind of can be a little bit of a challenge, but that's okay. And then we're going to take our favorite embellishment and place it across the bottom two cards. And I really like doing this because it kind of adds some extra pizzazz to your pocket letters. Okay, and I was pointing out the yellow crepe paper. There's yellow crepe paper in the top right hand corner and the bottom left hand corner, and I felt like there needed to be some more crepe paper in the center, and it kind of helps your eye go through the entire pocket letter. And I really like the crepe paper on the bottom of that card because it looks like the little rabbit is just hopping over it, kind of like a little fence. Oh, and I have a tutorial for the little geotag, and I'll leave the link down below. There's a whole bunch of different versions. And then we're just going to create a fun little embellishment. I'm just taking a variety of circle punches and just layering them on top of each other. Now, if you don't have circle punches, you can always use coins and trace around them and cut them out. And in the center, I'm just gluing a glitter heart just to add a little bit more glitter to it because I have a glitter embellishment in one of the cards, so I thought it would be appropriate to add some more. And then on top of the pocket letter, I'm just placing the embellishments with some terrifically tacky tape or sticky thumb or red tape. There's lots of different names. If you are going to place embellishments on the outside of your pocket letter and have them cross over pockets, make sure they are in the same horizontal row, not the same vertical column, because if you put it in the same vertical column and overlap them that way, when you fold the pocket letter, it won't be able to fold correctly. And then on the side of our pocket letter, we're going to add some washi tape. So I like to have the washi tape go all the way to the end, but it's totally up to you. You don't even have to add washi tape to the side. You can actually glue paper or just leave it plain. Okay, so this is a cool thing that one of the Little Hot Tamale Creative Squad girlies came up with. It was actually by Becky, and she wrote an awesome article on the Little Hot Tamale blog, and I'll leave the link down below. And she has 10 awesome ideas for pocket letters, and this is actually one of them, to add layered washi on the edge. Okay, and now that we have our washi on the edge of our pocket letter, now I can put my arrow on top of it. For the bottom pocket, I felt like it needed a little bit more embellishing, so I added the love stamp and some hearts. One from the heart strip and a glitter heart, because I already have a few little glitter embellishments here and there, and I need something in the bottom row. I always forget this step. I always forget that when I put washi tape on the side of my pocket letter that I need to punch some holes. So to do this, I took a pocket letter and placed it on top, and then I marked where the holes were, and then took a hole punch and punched out the traced circles. For my pocket letters, I like to decorate both sides, so I'm using more cards from the Fun Bun collection. And for this card, I just cut them into strips because I thought that would be fun for a nice writing prompt, because this is like my jam, favorite series, stuff like that. For my pocket letter, I'm actually turning it into a scrapbook layout, and I'm just going to add my pictures on the back side with a little bit of journaling. If you're using yours for a pen pal letter, you can always include some goodies on the back like washi samples, glitter, or maybe a few embellishments that you created. So, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Toodles!